Hello, good day. How are you today? You're good, right? Okay. Are you ready for today's lesson? You are? That is good. Today in civic education, we are going to be looking at global issues. Okay? Our topic for today in civic education is on global issues. So are we ready for the lesson? In today's lesson, we are going to be looking at role of international organizations, promoting global peace and cooperation, and lastly, global peace initiatives. So first, let's look at the meaning of global issues. Global issues refer to challenges, concerns, or problems that affect people, communities, and nations on an international scale. These issues typically transcend national borders and impact various regions worldwide. Examples of global issues include climate change, poverty, infectious diseases, human rights violations, and geopolitical conflicts. Addressing global issues often requires international cooperation and coordinated efforts among nations, organizations, and individuals to find sustainable solutions that benefit the global community as a whole. Okay? Do you understand that? Global issues are problems that affect the whole world, like climate change or poverty. They need everyone to work together for solutions because they don't stop at country borders. Examples include diseases, human rights problems, and conflicts that impact people worldwide. Solving these problems require global cooperation and a shared effort to make the world a better place for everyone. Okay? Now let's look at the roles of international organizations. International organizations play a vital role in global affairs by fostering cooperation among nations. Okay? They contribute to peace and security. Organizations like the UN, which is the United Nations, work towards preventing conflicts, facilitating peacekeeping missions, and fostering international security through diplomatic means. The United Nations, which is an international organization, works to keep peace, solve global problems, and protect human rights worldwide. Another role of international organization, humanitarian assistance. International organizations such as the International Red Cross and the Red Crescent movement, provide aid and relief during emergencies, natural disasters, and humanitarian crises, irrespective of national borders. Okay? The International Red Cross and Red Crescent movement offers humanitarian aid to those affected by conflict and disasters. Economic development. Institutions like the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund contribute to global economic stability by providing financial assistance, development projects, and policy advice to member countries. So economic development is another role of international organizations, okay? World Bank provides financial support for development projects in poorer countries to reduce poverty. The IMF assists countries facing financial challenges to promote stable economies. Do you understand? Health. Organizations like WHO, which is World Health Organization, address global health challenges, coordinating response to pandemics and promoting international cooperation in healthcare. Okay? WHO coordinates efforts to improve global health and response to health emergencies. Another role of international organization, environmental protection. Bodies such as the United Nations Environment Programme focus on addressing environmental issues, promoting sustainability, and coordinating efforts to combat climate change. So the UNEP focused on addressing environmental issues. Okay? Another role of international organization. Do you understand? Human rights. International organizations work to protect and promote rights globally. Bodies like Amnesty International and the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights play significant roles in regard. So there are organizations that work to protect and promote human rights. Okay? We have the Amnesty International. Do you understand? Another role of international organization, trade and commerce. Institutions like World Trade Organization facilitate negotiations, establish trade agreements, and resolve trade disputes to promote fair and open global commerce. Okay, WTO deals with global rules of trade between nations. It ensures that trade flows as smoothly, predictable, and freely as possible, fostering economic cooperation and reduce trade barriers. Okay? So WTO ensures fair and smooth global trade by setting international trade rules. Do you understand? Cultural and educational exchange. Organizations like UNESCO foster international collaboration in education, science, and culture to promote mutual understanding and appreciation. So the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization promotes international collaboration in fields of education, science, culture, and communication to build mutual understanding and contribute to peace. Okay? Do you understand? UNESCO promotes collaboration in education, science, and culture for mutual understanding. So these are the roles of international organizations. Okay? Every international organization has a role to play in the global world. Do you understand? Now let's look at promoting global peace and cooperation. Promoting global peace and cooperation involves actions that encourage understanding, collaboration, and conflict resolution on an international scale. Okay? Diplomacy and dialogue. Encouraging nations to engage in peaceful dialogue and diplomatic negotiations to resolve conflicts and differences. Okay? Encouraging countries to solve problems through peaceful talks, not wars. Do you understand? Conflict resolution, supporting international efforts to mediate and resolve conflicts through peaceful means, avoiding violence and fostering reconciliation. Fixing conflicts, helping countries find solutions to disagreements without violence. International law, upholding and strengthening the rule of international law to ensure that nations adhere to agree upon principles and treaties, preventing disputes and promoting justice. Following rules, make sure countries stick to agreed upon international laws. Human rights protection, advocating for the protection of human rights on a global scale, fostering a culture of respect for dignity and equality of all individuals, respecting everyone, supporting fairness and respect for people's rights worldwide. These are the initiatives, okay, to promote global peace and cooperation. Do you understand? Promotion of equality and inclusivity, working towards reducing social and economic inequalities both within and between nations to create a more just and stable global society. Okay, working to make sure everyone gets a fair share both within and between countries. Disarmament, encouraging nations to reduce military tensions. Limit arms proliferation, and work towards disarmament to create a safer international environment, pushing for fewer weapons to prevent wars and conflicts. Okay, less weapons. International cooperation, facilitating collaboration on issues such as climate change, poverty alleviation, and public health, where global challenges require unified efforts. Working together, collaborating on big issues like climate change and poverty for global solutions. Peacekeeping missions, supporting and participating in international peacekeeping operations to stabilize regions affected by conflict and create conditions for lasting peace. Sending support to places in need for stabilize and create conditions for peace. Cultural exchange, promoting cross-cultural understanding and appreciating through educational and cultural exchange programs to build bridges between nations. Promoting learning and appreciation between different cultures. Do you understand? Teaching everyone about important global problems and encouraging responsibility for solutions. So these are the ways in promoting global peace and cooperation, okay? Now let's look at global peace initiatives. Global peace initiatives are actions and efforts aimed at promoting peace, harmony, and cooperation worldwide, okay? Conflict resolution and mediation, supporting diplomatic efforts and mediation process to resolve conflicts and disputes between nations, promoting peaceful solutions. Okay? Talking instead of fighting, countries discussing and agreeing peacefully. Peacekeeping missions, deploying international peacekeeping forces to regions affected by conflict with the goal of maintaining peace, protecting civilians, and facilitating the transition to stability. You act on people affected on conflict, you go and teach them about being peaceful. Humanitarian aid, provide assistance and relief to populations affected by natural disasters, conflicts, or other crises, emphasizing the importance of global solidarity and support. Okay? Giving aid to people in trouble no matter where they are. Do you understand? Nuclear disarmament, advocating for the reduction of and elimination of nuclear weapons globally, aiming to create a world free from the threat of nuclear warfare. Okay, less nuclear weapons, working to have fewer or no nuclear weapons to avoid dangerous wars. Do you understand? Environmental cooperation, collaborating on global environmental issues such as climate change and biodiversity loss to address challenges that transcend national boundaries and impact the entire planet. Okay, working together to solve big environmental problems like climate change. Promotion of human rights, advocating for the protection of human rights on a global scale, challenging injustice, discrimination, and systemic abuse wherever they occur. Do you understand? Education for peace, implementing educational programs that promote peace, tolerance, and conflict resolution, shaping a future generation with a commitment to global cooperation. Okay, teaching peace, learning and teaching about being peaceful and working together. Okay, these actions aim to make the world safer and better for everyone by promoting understanding and teamwork on a global level. Do you understand that? These initiatives aim to make the world a better place, a safer place for everyone by fostering collaboration and understanding on a global scale. Do you understand that? So today's lesson on global issues, we understood everything we talked about, right? We looked at the meaning of global issues, roles of international organizations. We also looked at promoting global peace and cooperation. And lastly, we looked at global peace initiatives. So we understood everything we talked about on today's lesson, right? So next we are going to be looking at our assignment. I'm sure we're going to be able to do our assignment, right? Okay, that is good.